Hello, everybody. I'm Kathi Kellenberger. I'm here with Mahadevan and Monica Rathbun. And we want to find out more about Monica and about the Precon she's given at the past Data Community Summit in November. So Monica, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey, I'm Monica Rathbun. I've been doing SQL Server for 20 some odd years now. We won't say exactly how much. I'm a consultant with Denny Cherry and Associates. This is my cohort, Cora, who will be popping in and out. I can never get her off my desk. But I work for Denny Cherry and Associates as a consultant, and I specialize in performance tuning and very, very busy in the community all the time.
Cool. Tell us a little bit about your Precon, like who should go to it? What's it about?
Yeah, my Precon is performance tuning and optimization for the DBA. It's from the beginner level, you need to know the basics, all the way up to the advanced level where you'll be able to take something back to your environment and make a performance improvement right away. It follows along a checklist with understanding of everything having to do from performance tuning, from all the knobs you need to turn to how to actually get an execution plan, to how to optimize that execution plan, and all the tips and tricks that I've learned along the way to make things go faster for you.
Cool. So it sounds like a little bit for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've taught this Precon a couple of years ago, and I had about 200 people in the Precon, and they all stayed to the end, which was great. I didn't get anybody that actually disappeared. And I had people that had been beginners, very beginners, didn't even know what an execution plan was, all the way to very familiar faces sitting in the crowd that had been doing DBA work for years and years and years, that stopped by later and told me that, hey, they actually walked away with something and they were very glad they attended and thought it was going to be a real beginner session that they wouldn't get anything out of, but truly walked away with some other information they were actually able to use in their career. So I was very happy about that.
I think I recall that Precon at the past summit and remember hearing a lot of rave reviews about it.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. I was really excited to give it. And everybody who knows me knows I like to talk a lot, obviously, and that I really, really, really have a passion for performance tuning. So when I'm building my slide decks, I find that I have so many slides and I have so much I want to tell everybody that I end up having to cut content because otherwise I'll be there for, a week-long session. But yeah, it's very exciting. I love being able to, give that performance tuning knowledge to anybody who attends.
So would it be addressing a specific version of SQL Server, or would it be covering different things, or is it directed mostly at Azure versions, or how is that?
So we're going to start with SQL Server 2016,
okay.
Because most people are there now. If you're not there, I'm going to give you reasons why you need to get there. We're going to go all the way up to 2019, and I'm going to dabble in some Azure and kind of compare. Yes, you can do this on-prem or wherever you are. And if you're in Azure, no, you can't run these specific DMVs because you don't have rights to it. When you're using Azure SQL DB, and kind of give them an alternate way to look at things. So little tidbits, it's not going to be heavily focused on Azure. There's lots of different classes you can go for that. But I really want to get to the meat and understanding of what performance tuning is, what all those configurations really have to do in your environment, and how you can make it better. If you don't have that fundamental knowledge, regardless if you're in the cloud or on-prem, you need to get it. Right? You need to have that regardless of which environment you're in order to move forward with any kind of performance tuning. So that's where I like to do, at least 2016, and then all little reminders if you're not there where you need to be. So
one of the things people may not know about you is that you were a lone DBA supporting a lot of SQL servers for some time. So I have a feeling you're going to get some great advice about how to really, get these things done and how to scale.
Yeah, I was a lone DBA running the Port of Virginia by myself straight out of college for almost 16 years.
Wow.
16 years where I had to just learn on the fly, right? I had to figure out what the heck was going on and how to fix it and just kind of jump into the jungle and try to get things working whenever they went awry. So definitely going to bring that there and let you be able to do the job of many and know enough, right? The key to that is know enough. Not be a specialized in anything, don't be an expert in one particular thing. You've got to know all this and the pieces that go along with that. And if you don't know it, you got to know where to ask, right? Where are all the free tools that we're all using, right? Which ones do I use? How do you use them? Where can I find them? Why all of us use these particular tools? And And why didn't I know about these before, right? You need to walk out of there knowing what's all out there for everybody to use and what we all do to make these kind of things happen when we don't know anything. There's lots of stuff I still don't know that I've got to figure out how to find, right? So
it never ends.
Never.
And as soon as you think you know it all, they'll come out with a new version with a bunch of new DMVs and new ways to do things.
Or you'll run into a problem you've never run into before, right?
Yeah.
We all have done that and have no clue where to follow the breadcrumbs to, right?
Right.
So would you have some scripts that attendees are going to take away after the class? Yes.
Absolutely. So I have some scripts, I have some demos, and then I point to, I have certain slides that might hit Glenn Berry's query number 53 in his DMVs, and I'll let you know where to go get it. Or if I've got some missing index stuff coming from Kimberly Tripp, I've got some stuff from Aaron, I've got some stuff from John Cahias, Jonathan, and then some of the ones from DCAC that we use internally, right? All of these things I'll be handling off or letting you know which one do I use for this, because I don't want to reinvent the wheel. I want to use what everybody else is already out there using. So I do point out and say, hey, here's the link to get more on this. This is Glenn's number 53, or this is, whoever's it is, and point you to how to use the tools that are out there.
That sounds like it's going to be a fantastic day. And you may think that a session like this is going to cost an arm and a leg, but it's only $200. So really excited to be able to offer these pre-cons for that price. So you don't have an excuse. You've got to see this.
So to get a full day pre-con, any pre-con that you choose from this for $200 is a big, big win, because it's normally close to $5. And sometimes if you want to do them back to back, you want one Monday and Tuesday and then the rest of the conference for the rest of the week, that's a significant investment for your employer. But in this case, you practically can do 2 for the price of 1, actually below the price of 1 if you were actually going to the conference on prem. So yeah, $200. I was very excited to see that for the users.
Well, you have anything else, Mala?
No, I think it sounds like, if I were a mid-level DB, I would sign up like in a heartbeat. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Monica, for chatting with us today. And we look forward to your pre-con.
All right. Thanks for having me, ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks.